Hi, my name is Molly, and I am your queer real estate agent in Eugene, Oregon. I was thinking that it might be interesting to share my story for other people as to why I spent my last 4 years volunteering a ton for my local board and the state board of realtors. So I'm going to backtrack a little. I co-founded Rise Realty Northwest in January of 2021. And at that time, I was leaving a brokerage and I thought, uh-oh, I'm going to be in a silo and I better put myself out there so I can keep afloat and understand what's happening in the industry, the real estate industry, and our local market. So I ran for a broker director position for Eugene Realtors, and that was nerve-wracking and amazing, and I met really great friends. And through that, I was able to learn more, and take on a leadership capacity in my business. So I applied and attended the Oregon Leadership Academy, and I graduated in 2022, which was an amazing overview of how the boards and NAR, our National Association of Realtors, and our state associations, how they all kind of work together. And I tried really hard to educate myself and learn where could I fit in with me as a queer woman running my own business and feeling very strongly that we need to be amazing fair housing advocates, as well as how can we increase the diversity at our local and state boards. And through that, I had the pleasure of volunteering about 120 hours in 2024, and that earned me Realtor of the Year for Eugene Realtors, which is super special. It was one of my 3 goals when I got into real estate 10 years ago. So with that, I got this pin and I wanted to wear it. I also was able to become a part of the Diversity Key Committee for Oregon Realtors. And through that, I was the chair this past year of 2025. And we do pretty special things. So we put on a Fair Housing Summit, which is a 3-hour program for our Oregon Realtors. Anybody in the state can attend. It's virtual. And we provide 3 CE. And it was a lot of work, and I was able to meet a lot of people and get some great presenters and learn a lot, and it was pretty cool. So I appreciate that experience. And then we also support our local affinity groups. Affinity groups are national and statewide, and then we also have local chapters. And this is another super important and vital idea around how we can support each other by aligning with, other folks that are like us. How can we learn more about different groups and what faces them? How can we cross collaborate to just make our businesses thrive and to increase fair housing across the board? So that put me at the state level where I got to be on the executive team. I got this sweet vest, and I really started to see how's the budgeting, how's the finance work, what is facing realtors across the state of Oregon, and how are the different changes, the externalities, the politics, just the local markets, how is that affecting our members? And I appreciate getting involved. It was more than I ever expected. I learned so much. And at this time, at the end of 2025, I am done. I'm done with all of it. I'm done with being on the Eugene Realtor Board. I'm done with being on the executive committee and the Diversity Key Committee chair. I have the ability to sit back and kind of process and synthesize like these high level things that I learned about. And I'm super excited. I think it's going to help me serve my people, my clients, my community in a richer, deeper way. And I'm super grateful for that. And I know a lot of people don't want to get involved with local boards or state boards or even NAR. NAR is a huge trade association that is not going to get it all right. And they're going to make really shitty decisions that I don't agree with. But on the other hand, I see that some of those decisions are actually so pro home ownership for folks who want to own a home. Like this trade association is out there fighting for that, and they're never going to get diversity correct. I feel like unless we have a giant culture shift and we acknowledge that our country has been built on systemic racism and home ownership very much plays a part in generational wealth and access for people, that I don't think NAR can do that, honestly. And I don't think our current political climate in 2025 is doing anything to bolster. I feel like we have to be very vocal and loud and fight so hard for our rights and our access and our ability to survive and own homes and be safe. And so, yeah, I'm really excited that I'm done, but my passion is in no way dimmer. Am I, I'm not part of this thing over here, but I'm still banging my drum over here. And I have been allowed and given the opportunity to teach classes about fair housing and to speak on a podcast about fair housing. And I'm just banging my drum, throwing pebbles in the pond, trying to make a difference. And I feel like everybody who's in the real estate industry should take a look and see what it's like at your local association. See what they're doing. There's so much community service. There's so much money going out to different organizations that do good for our community. So even if you're not like a company man or you're not into like the association thing, just put your head up and see what they're doing. Take a look, because there's a lot of folks working really hard to help other people, just to help other people. And so I think that's really cool. And if you have any questions about any sort of like association stuff, I'd be happy to answer your questions. And if you're looking for a realtor who is all about fair housing and taking care of the community, I might be your person. So anyway, hope you have a fantastic day.